It's week 6 of the National Football League, and this one features the Saints' leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Saints and the Chiefs on Sunday night.
We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half-century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Or should I say Dean Olsen, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They face 2nd down and 7. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass.
Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. A fair catch here. Called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end. And the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. First carry now for Rico Dowdle. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass. is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
He'll take this in back at the 16. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Got a man. That's Rashee Rice.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They're going to motion the tight end over here. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. On 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
The Saints offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. They bring the tight end in motion. Now Dowdle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. 20 yards on that pass play. 1st down, New Orleans.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Now, faking the give. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They'll send a tight end in motion. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run with Dowdle. And he's into the end zone. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Saints. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll send their tight end left. A 1st down throw for Mahomes. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. One of the tight ends motions right.
You can score on these guys.
On 2nd down, Mahomes. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. 15 yards through the air. 1st down, KC.
In order for this play to be successful against man coverage, Mike, 2 things need to happen. 1, the quarterback has to anticipate the break. He has to get that ball out on time. And then the rest is the receiver creating the separation at the top. And when both are accomplished, you can see what the results are.
That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a 1st down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. You have a tight end motioning left here. Right back to the air for Mahomes. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went for it all on that.
Andy Reid wants another look at that, and Big Red has thrown the red challenge flag. They're looking both at the feet to see if 2 were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down. So that challenge, a successful one. Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. That one intercepted. Into space. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. The pick 6 for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see. And it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum building.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
So just think, I mean, a couple minutes ago, we see a pick 6. I mean, the last thing you want to do is on the next time you step in the huddle is go 3 and out. So that's a big conversion. Now they got to find a way to get some of this momentum back, go down and get some points, and let everybody move past that pick 6 we saw in the last possession.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On a blitz, overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker. But you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Here's a 3rd and 10. This is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's the punter now. Will punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Saints offense about ready to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the outside, complete to Johnson.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. 3rd down coming up. Now they'll set up to throw. Throw on the run is complete. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for New Orleans. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And slim pickings there to about the 12-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to him with another drive here. Got it into the hands of Mims. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. The tight end going in motion to the left. Throwing now from the gun. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7. He'll send a tight end in motion right. He finds his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, New Orleans. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll return to Arrowhead after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll look to throw again. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to the air one more time. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll look to throw yet again. That is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, New Orleans. Here's Coop for the extra point. He's got it. The Saints will tie things up. We are all even at 14. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Chiefs offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Mahomes back. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Mahomes now to throw on second down. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They'll motion a tight end right. First down throw, Mahomes. Quick throw, taken in. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. The Chiefs will use their third and final timeout here. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Tight end going in motion here. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Final play of this first half. Here's Mahomes. And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Josh Downs, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers looking very much like an early Super Bowl favorite.
And hold that thought. Let's get right back to it. We are ready for the third quarter. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Saints offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Here's a carry for Dowdle. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's second down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He connects with Mims. They hook up again, second time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. With Justin Reed up from his safety spot to make the stop. It is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
They go play action with Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Shaheed with the catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. It's good for a Saints first down. On the ground, this is Kendre Miller. He'll maneuver his way down to the 32. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. A pass taken in by Miller. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Here's a 3rd down and 4. One of the tight ends in motion right. On 3rd down, Mahomes. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
Nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
1st and 10. On the carry, it's Pacheco. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Mahomes now on 2nd down. To the left side in the hands of Rice.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Kansas City. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense over 300 yards passing in the game and has been sharp right from the start. Here's 1st and 10. Shaheed in motion. The drive will start on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Tight end on the move left. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Saints 1st down. Now, faking the give. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there as time has expired. The 3rd quarter has come to an end. to the air once more on second. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive third down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, New Orleans. That his second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Koo able to add the extra point. And the Saints will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A short one taken at the 10. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On the handoff, this is Pacheco. Gets to the edge at the 30. A gain there of 16 yards. And the Chiefs have a first down.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
One of the tight ends motions right. First down throw, Mahomes. There's that man again. Another catch. A run up the middle with Pacheco. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It almost seemed to me before the snap, Mike, that the quarterback was expecting man coverage, and then after the snap, the defense fell into zone, and it just completely mixed them up. You can see.
And he will score! Game on! Touchdown, KC. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense. keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They'll look to throw. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Back to the air one more time. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup, because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
It is brought in the end zone. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Saints. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Worthy to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They send the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, Mahomes. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Tight end motioning left. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Mahomes now to throw again. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Man in motion, heading left. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That's over the middle and caught by Rice. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. It is 2nd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. So now out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. It's a gain of 12 there. First down, New Orleans.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. Angling to the sideline. Inside the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. That's on the veteran Shaq Mason. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Give him 11 on the scramble. And give them a new set of downs.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.